Hopefully an exciting story that's got something in it for all the family. It's funny and it's chaotic and it's also got a lot of heart, so I'm very proud of it and I really hope people enjoy it. Well, Paddington is living with his aunt and uncle, Aunt Lucy and Uncle Pastuzo, in the depths of the Amazon rainforest in darkest Peru. And they've heard of England from an explorer who passed by, and they believe in London as this wonderful, warm, welcoming place where all you have to do is turn up at a railway station with a label around your neck and you'll get a home. And so when their treehouse is destroyed in an earthquake, Paddington sets off to find the London of his dreams, but it doesn't quite work out as he thought, and that's the adventure of the film.
What's the magic of Paddington and how are you trying to preserve that legacy in this film?
Well, I think Paddington is funny and he is chaotic and he's all the things that we love, but he's also a character that's very dear to our hearts. This label that he wears around his neck, "Please look after this bear, thank you," I think is really touching, and I think generations of readers for 56 years now, I think it is, have been responding to that because it shows that he's not just a crazy force of chaos, he's also a little bear in a big world who needs somebody to come and look after him, and I think readers have done that and we've certainly tried to do the same while making the film.
Talking about crazy comedy, we're all hoping we're going to get the Mighty Boosh film at some point. Have you got any news on that? Is that ever actually going to happen?
I don't know. I know they've been doing bits and pieces together, so it would be wonderful if they could make something together. But I'm hugely enjoying Noel's show as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing him live in the new year.
Do you have a message to fans about this film and why they should be coming out to join Paddington?
Well, we've tried to make something that's incredibly true to the books and true to the spirit of the books, and I think if you love Paddington, you'll find the film a treat.
Well, it's the first time we'll see him live action. I think people will absolutely love him. It's funny, it's moving, and it's really true to the spirit of Michael Bond's original creation. What's so satisfying is Michael saw it this week and gave it his sign of his approval. He absolutely loved it, and that is incredibly gratifying.
I mean, what's the magic of Paddington and why was it so hard to find the right voice?
Well, the magic of Paddington. Paddington is a very generous spirited. One of the things I love about Paddington is about the kindness of strangers and kindness to strangers. It has a very generous spirit, and so I think that's really the key, the essence of it. Why did it take a while to find the voice? Well, we began with Colin Firth, and he was wonderful, but as he felt and we felt, ultimately when you put him with our bear, his voice was too mature. He has a wonderful sort of chocolatey voice, and it just didn't fit. So we went for someone a little younger in spirit, more and that was Ben. And Ben has a voice that's a little bit other, and it just suits the bearer perfectly.
Talking about magic, of course, fans are very excited that we're going to be returning to the Potter universe. What can we expect from that, and how excited are you to be involved in that again?
I'm thrilled to be involved. Jo has such an incredible and vivid imagination. To be a part of anything she creates is a privilege. And it's early on in the adventure, but I'm really excited.
Nicole, speaking on the darker side of Paddington, is a wonderful villainess. Can you talk about bringing her on board for this project?
No, that was really went to Nicole and she said yes. We went, whoa! It was incredibly exciting. She plays the wicked taxidermist who's trying to stuff Paddington, and I think is she has such a great sense of humour. Paul and I are big fans of To Die For, and she can be so wonderfully icy and wickedly funny, and I think she brings that very much to this. Hugh Bonneville, who we know most recently from Downton Abbey, it's great to see him have the opportunity to flex his comedic muscles because he is very, very, very funny. Sally Hawkins, one of the great actresses working today, and she brings such heart and wonder to Mrs. Brown. Julie Walters. What does one need to say? I've had the pleasure of working with her on quite a few films, and she brings energy and fun. I mean, every scene she's in, she just shines. And then we've got two wonderful young actors, Sam and Maddie, playing Jonathan and Judy, and they both had experience before. Maddie largely in television, Sam was in The Impossible, and they play the young Browns, and they are one. It's a great cast. It's everybody. Both Paul King's script. I mean, everybody loves Paddington. That was the first thing. But Paul King's script was brilliant, and it was a real magnet for talent. So we've been very lucky in the process.
You think this is the first of many big screen adventures for Paddington?
I hope so. I mean, you have no idea. I've just, all one doesn't look at it in terms of a franchise or in terms of sequels. I've always worked in making the best film one can. So even on the Potters, it was make the first film as good as it can be, and if it's good, then the rest will follow. So too with the second, third, fourth, and beyond. That's the approach here, is let's make a really good film. I think we have. I'm really proud of it, and hopefully audiences will feel as positive about it as we all do.
I'm Madeline Harris and I play Judy Brown, who is the daughter of the family of the Browns. I think it's the fact that it's so original to Michael Bond's original stories, with elements that are new, but not too new, that makes it completely different and completely kind of fake. It's such a wonderful film that has kept its originality, and it's enjoyable for everyone. Anyone can go see it, and I definitely urge people of all ages to watch it.
You're working with fantastic older actors, of course, Hugh Bonneville, Sally Hawkins, Nicole Kidman. What was that experience like?
It was great. I mean, because they were such experienced actors, they were a great help to us, and both of us in that, and they would help us out with acting, they would encourage us to do the best we can.
And was it difficult working with Paddington? Obviously, it takes a lot of special effects magic to bring him to life on screen.
Yeah, no, it was difficult at first, but the more we used our imagination and the more we learnt about Paddington as a character, the easier it got, because we could just imagine how he would react to certain things and certain situations. So it got better. Definitely towards the end, especially in the museum, there's a lot of great scenes. We have Nicole Kidman playing Millicent, who's just fantastic, and she just brings that character to life, and all of the scenes are enjoyable. There's not one moment in the film that is boring or where you could easily fall asleep in a film. It's all just go, 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 and it's so paced. Yeah, it is. It's very paced and brilliant.
How does it feel to be the German voice of this very iconic and famous bear?
But it's a great honor to be Paddington in a way. It was really exciting to do it, and I'm looking really forward to the start of the movie in Germany.
And did you get a chance to hear Ben's interpretation of Paddington before you worked on your own version of the voice?
Of course, every take I did, I had to hear first the voice of Ben, and he did an amazing job, and it was a great. A great chance to do it in my own way, but it was exciting, and it was lovely to hear him.
This is a character that's beloved all around the world. What do you think the magic of Paddington Bear is?
I mean, Paddington is so lovely. He's a cute character. He's so polite, and he's so positive, and I love the movie. The movie is really amazing, and the character is so well done. You forget totally that the character is animated. You watch the movie and you think there is a real bear who lives, and I love the movie.
It feels magical. Been many years. I know Paul's a good mate, so it's been a long process, but it's great. It's amazing to be here. Shame about the weather, but it's fantastic, yeah.
How do you fit into the film?
I play well, his name in the script is Sleazy Guard, and he there's a bit where Hugh Bonneville dresses up as a cleaning lady, and I take a fancy to her. And it's a nice little bit of comedy in the film. Well, he's a fish out of water, isn't he? And we all feel a bit like a fish out of water sometimes. Most of the time, actually. So he's a stranger in a foreign land looking for a bit of a home and a family, and let's hope he finds it.
And how good a match do you think Ben is for the voice of Paddington?
Oh, great! Yeah, he's brilliant. He's young and sort of old and wise at the same time, which is perfect sort of combo.
What's not magical about Paddington? He's cute, he's funny, he's charming, he's kind, he's accident prone, and everyone loves him, and and you identify with him because we're all accident prone from time to time, and we'd like to think we were as kind as him, but he's just a lovely, positive little chap who we love.
Where do you fit into his latest adventure?
I'm his friend, Mr. Gruber, who becomes, in the stories, as Mr. Gruber and Paddington often get up to little adventures together. And in this case, this is where he meets Mr. Gruber, and Mr. Gruber gives him a bit of evidence so he can track down where he got his hat from. So,
a wonderful German in this.
it's sort of a German, Austrian, Middle European. We're not entirely specific. There was always marmalade around, it seemed to be. Yeah, we had marmalade sandwiches seemed to be a feature of the whole process.
And of course, it's a fantastic human cast as well around about you, people like Hugh and Julie and that. Can you talk about working with the rest of them?
Yeah, all the here, they're fantastic. A fantastic cast altogether. Yeah, and Sally Hawkins, Julie Walters, so lots of my favourite women were there.
I'm Mrs. Bird. I play the housekeeper of the Brown family. These are the family that take in Paddington when he first arrives. And she champions Paddington. And she's very, quite dour sometimes, very strict, runs the house, and Scottish. We decided Kelvin's side. That's what I decided anyway.
Presumably Paddington wasn't always on set. He was a little bit of a diva, didn't always come out of his trailer.
You know what, to be truthful, never came out of his trailer, not once. Not while we were there. Apparently he did afterwards, when we weren't there. But no, never came out. So, no, we had a lovely stand-in, Lauren, and we had a little bear sometimes that was there as well. And otherwise, we had a man crouching at the side of the set with a ball on a stick. Sometimes I might have preferred that to an actor in some of the things I've done. But anyway, no, not this, of course. What will they get out of it? They'll get in out of the rain, for a start. And what else will they get? They'll get a visual feast. They'll get lots of fun. It's funny, it's touching, and it's very beautiful to look at.